What's up, all my LJC family, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, welcome back to my channel, family. And I just want to thank y'all so much for all the love and support that y'all have been showing me on my channel. Y'all just don't understand. I'm new to YouTube. I am in a year strong. And y'all, I'm not stopping. It doesn't matter to me on how many views I got on my channel, who's watching my channel. I'm going to keep going. Because eventually, one day, y'all will hear my stories. And y'all will see the things that I am trying to put out. And y'all will eventually watch my videos. But until that day comes, I'm going to be grateful for just whatever view I get, whether it's 1, 2, or 3. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be grateful for whatever. And I just want to just say, you know, everybody, continue to press. Continue to move forward in your life, because you know what? If you step backwards, you're going to go backwards.
Okay.
Keep walking forward so that you can move forward in your life, and then you can move forward to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. Now, today is December the 19th. VLOGMAS Day 19, y'all. Christmas is almost here. And I am not ready. 2022 has been a terrible year. And not far as me being blessed, waking up every morning with a roof over my head, bed to sleep in, lights, gas, and water, and just the Lord blessing me with so much. I'm very blessed in that area, but I'm so over 2022 because I have lost a lot. And I wanted to come on here today's story time with Just Jeanette. We're going to be talking about you can make it. You just can't give up. You can make it, but just don't give up. Oh, y'all, I just don't understand how. I don't know, y'all. I be so prepared and so ready to do these videos. I'm always just saying the wrong thing. But anyway, I have seen a lot, y'all. I have been on my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok, and I have seen so many people hurting. So many people going through breakups. So many people going through divorces. So many people going through separation. So many people are hurting and don't know how to deal with the pain. Don't know how to deal with the situation. But I'm here to tell y'all, you can do it. You can make it. I am the prime example of you can make it. I don't want this to be just all about me, but I want y'all to understand. I've been there. I done that. I lost my husband. That was my best friend. And yes, it hurts. You're going to cry. You're going to scream. You're going to yell. You're going to wonder why. But guess what? At the end of the day, you will make it. You will make it. You just got to pray and ask God to give you strength. Sometimes people are just not meant to be together. Now, I tell myself that all the time after 24 years. You know, we wasn't meant to be together. I guess within the 24 years that we was together, you know, hey, that was just the time that we were supposed to be together. But after that, you know, we wasn't supposed to be together after 24 years. So, you know, it was a lot of just going back and forward, you know, and I can feel a lot of people pain, and I can understand, you know, I didn't have this sit down, or I didn't have this fighting and all kind of stuff going on. It happened. It just happened. That person, you know, did what he did, and It all came to the light. And when it came to the light, there was no denying it for him, you know. So I had to live with it while we were together. I had to live with it. I had to see it. I had to try to figure it out, try to understand it. And it killed me every single day. Every day it killed me. So I understand when people are crying out, when people are want somebody else to feel their pain. I understand it. I understand it. But we have to realize we cannot put everything on social media, because there are so many people on social media want to see you hurt, want to see you fail, want to see you in this type of pain. You got to be careful what you put out there, because like me, when I first found out, I kept putting stuff, taking it down, putting stuff, taking it down. And then when I finally got to that point to where I'm just like, you know what? It's over. It ain't no mixed feelings. It ain't no getting back together. It ain't none of this. I'm finna just go on and put this out there to the world. And that's what I did. I put it out there to the world. And I didn't feel good about it. It didn't make me feel good that I went and put that on social media. It didn't make me feel good. So just because you find it in your heart that you want to just hurt that person just like that person hurt you, you want to bash that person, you want to do so much to that person the way with the hurt and pain the same way that person did to you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because I tell you one thing, you are going to suffer in the end as well, because there are so many things that I could find that we were happy in so many situations. I could write a book about us being happy. But, you know, when this situation came about, you know, it hit me and struck me so hard, because the one person that I call my best friend, the one person I can go to and talk to when I get off work, the person I can call on the phone when I'm going through something or just anything, that person stuck a knife in my back and twisted that knife so hard to where it took everything in me to pull that knife out and to heal that wound, you know. And it's not about, you know, just covering up the pain. It's not about covering up the pain. You got to heal yourself first. You got to first accept that that person is out of your life, because really you're not losing a person. You losing a relationship. That person is still going to be here, still going to be there. And even if y'all have a sit down, or if y'all had a blowout, or whatever the situation was, that person, your person, you're not losing the person, you're losing the relationship. And I think it hurts worse when you lose a relationship, because a relationship takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time. And when somebody just throw your relationship back at you like it never meant nothing to them in the first place, that hurts. You give your time, you give your everything to somebody, and they come and they just strike you. Pow! You don't even know that it's finna hit you, but it's finna hit you. So I just say, continue to move forward. You can't allow a person to break you. You can't allow, if that person want to go be happy with somebody else, let them. Let them be happy with somebody else. That's giving you room to get to know yourself, to get to figure out things about you that you know you should have known from years and years ago. It's giving you time to build yourself up. Don't just go jump back into no relationship because that person has done that, and you want to just find somebody that you can just hang on to, because the relationship is not going to work. I'm going to tell you, it's not going to work. If you don't deal with your heart first and get over that person and forgive that person and continue to move forward in your life, you will never be able to have a better relationship with someone else. Because in the back of your mind, that's all you're going to think about, this and think about that. And, you know, so you got to really push yourself forward. You got to really, I tell y'all, I prayed. And prayer really helped me because I was a wreck. I was a mess. And it's a lot of days that I cried to myself. It's a lot of days that I was so hurt that I went and parked my car somewhere and just let it all out, you know, trying to figure out this and figure out why. And, you know, it just got to a point to where, you know, when a person is out of your life, you know, time heals all wound. Time heals it. So when that time is healing in wounds and that time is healing you, you are basically thinking you're not mad no more. So you're basically in a peaceful spot. If you can understand where I'm coming from, you are now in a peaceful place. You can think better. You can understand better. And when you're in a peaceful place, it's giving you an opportunity so that you can move forward in your life. When you're not in that peaceful place, all you think about is what you're going to do to that person. You hate that person. You this, you that. And then a lot of y'all have kids with that person. So a lot of y'all are connected like this until the kids are grown. Some people still have, you still going to have connections when the kids grown because the kids are going to have kids. And y'all, you know, it's just a lot when kids are involved. But, you know, I tell y'all, I had one breakdown. And I had a real bad headache. And I was in the hospital. And I was talking to the doctors. And they was asking me about suicide and all this other kind of stuff. Never. I don't think that I have ever got to a point to where somebody can make me commit suicide. But I was hurt. I was broke. And I was telling the person sometimes it's hard, you know, to walk into that space where you and that person shared the same bed, the same room, the same bathroom, you know, the same sink, everything. It's hard to deal with that when you have shared so much with that person. So while I was talking to the psychologist or whatever they sent in the hospital, I was talking to counselor, whatever they sent in, I could feel myself getting anxious because they were telling me, you know, something that I didn't want to hear. So the people came in and they kept asking me, am I suicidal? No, I'm not suicidal. I have no thoughts of suicide. I have no thoughts of killing myself. No, but I am hurt. I am hurt to the point to where I just feel like, you know, I'm numb. I'm numb. And so I guess that made them feel like I was suicidal. So I'm sitting in the room, and when I have real bad migraines, they do like a cocktail. It's like something like a cocktail. And they give you an IV and they give you the cocktail. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, normally when I go, I know I done went so much. The drip is different in the IV. But this time the drip was so slow. I'm just like, this can't be right. So I'm just like, I'm sitting there and she asking me questions. I'm thinking about him. I'm thinking about what he did. My heart is aching. And y'all, I had like my whole body just went into a shock. I couldn't sit still. I couldn't sit still. I didn't know what to do. So when the lady said she had to step out the room, it hurted too. I snatched that IV out of my arm because I was I don't know, I was anxious. I was anxious. I snatched the IV out of my arm. And so when the lady came back in there, she was just like, do you know your IV is out of your arm? I told her no, but of course I know it's out of my arm. I snatched it out of my arm. It was just, it was driving me crazy to where I had to, I, I don't know, I had to feel some type of pain. I don't know if anybody else, drop it down in the comments below, if pain have ever caused you to just like when you're feeling like you just can't take something and you just, I never went through nothing like that. And it shocked the mess out of me when I pulled that IV out of my arm because blood was going everywhere and I'm trying to hold my arm. But I finally had got it to stop bleeding. The whole little plastic strip, everything came out. So I'm sitting there. She came there. She came back. It had been like 20 minutes later. I had already stopped the bleeding or whatever. But right after I pulled that out, it's like I got okay. So the doctor came back and the doctor was just like, the counselor had said that your IV had came out. Do you know how your IV came out? I was like, no, I was asleep. So they kept asking me all these questions. So immediately, I don't know if I'm, what do you call it? I started breathing heavy and I'm asking them like, okay, I don't want to be treated no more. I just want to go home. And they were just like, well, we can't let you go home unless you refuse treatment. So if you refuse treatment, you walk outside, this, that happened, this, that. So I'm just like, okay. So it was like, we want to come back and we want to finish this this cocktail, and we're gonna put an IV in that on. Y'all, I was just so upset. So then I finally said, okay. So they put the IV in my arm. Once they put the IV in my arm, as soon as the doctor left out, I jumped up and I went in there and I said, I gotta go. My daughter just had asthma attack. I gotta go. I can't stay here. If I have to leave with this IV in my arm, I gotta go. I just started being like impatient. It's just like something in my body just could not take it. Something in my body could not take it. So I'm sitting here and I'm telling the doctor this, and they just like, ma'am, is there anybody else can get? No, I need to go. And I know, you don't play around like that. You don't play around with asthma attacks. You don't play around with being sick or none of that stuff. But it was just something I had to do. I had to get out of there. I couldn't stay there. I had to get out of there. If I didn't get out of there, I was going to go crazy just being in that room and just thinking and just, it was driving me crazy. So finally, they came. It was like, we need you to sign this paper that you need to leave it immediately. You're refusing to be treated. And once you sign this paper, we'll take the IV out and you can go. They took that IV out of my arm. I signed that paper. I was out of there. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. It is hard when you go through a breakup. It's hard, whether you married, whether you've been in a relationship a long time, whether you just now getting with that person. And when you love somebody and you really truly love that person, like it's hard. Like I couldn't get over it as fast as he did, and maybe because within the time that I didn't know, he was getting to know that person. He was building feelings. He was building a relationship. And everyone around me, besides my children and stuff like that and my family, but other people in his family and his friends and everybody, they all knew. So while he building this relationship and planning his life with this other person, I'm still sitting here playing wife, when my title is about to end. My title is about to be gone, because really it's meaningless now. It's meaningless to him, but it wasn't meaningless to me, But we have to understand that our mental is more important than anything. We can't stop a person from being with somebody. We can't stop a person from loving someone. And my heart goes out to so many women, so many men that's hurting right now. My heart goes out to y'all because I know the feeling all too well. I know it. I know when you love somebody so much and that person don't want to be with you, or that person was doing this, or that person was doing that, or y'all break up, and I know it all too well. But you can make it. You can make it through. I'm telling you, you can. There's gonna be days. I still have days to where I just be in the days like, dang, that's crazy, because I'm still living in the same spot that we shared together, So it's him all in this room, all in this house, So, but that doesn't bother me anymore like it used to. It don't bother me. Oh, I can't talk. It don't get to me anymore. So I feel like I'm stronger because I have accepted it. And I don't have to accept who he's with. I don't have to accept what he's doing. All I have to do is accept him not being with me. Him moving on with his life. That's it. I don't have to accept nothing else. And neither do you. You don't have to accept nothing else that he has going on with his life. But accept that he's moved on. So accept that she moved on. He moved on. Whatever the situation may be. Accept it. Forgive that person. Okay, yeah, that person hurt me. I forgive that person. I just want that person to live whatever life they gonna live. I will never just say, oh, I'm so happy for you. I will never be happy for his relationship. Never. It will never happen. It will never happen. Nobody can make me be happy for their relationship. Now, if he was to probably get into a different relationship, hey, it might be something else, because he didn't cheat on me to be in that relationship. He didn't get with that person in our marriage, in our relationship, so it would be a different feeling for me. But this relationship that he's in now, I will never accept that relationship. I don't care how long or how strong they last. That's just something I will never say, okay, I'm happy for you. I want to see you happy. No. Because that's somebody you broke my heart for. That's somebody you broke me down for. That's somebody that you then set up here and then move mountains. And if we were both out in the middle of the ocean drowning, you would save her before you saved me. So there's no way I could be happy for their relationship, but I have accepted that we're not together. I have accepted it. I have accepted that he's with somebody else. He's living with somebody else. I have accepted that. So once you accept that, and forgive him. Why are you going to hold on to something and not forgive that person? Forgive that person so that you can be free. You're not forgiving that person for them. You're forgiving that person for you, for your own benefits, for your heart, for you to be free, for you to be able to walk in peace. So forgive them. Don't hold on to nothing. Don't wish no bad on them. Don't wish no bad on them. Don't belittle them, talk about them. And I did all of that. But can't nobody, I don't care who you are, can't nobody tell you how to feel or what you can say. Because you have the freedom to speak and say what you want to. Just like they do. And me, I'm not going to bash nobody. Never ever bash nobody. But like I said, I'm not going to be happy for somebody that regardless to if you say they can't tear up a relationship or something that was already broke up. They can't break a relationship, that however you put it. It was broke to you, but it wasn't, so I just say forgive and accept. Trust God, pray, ask for strength, and move on. Don't stand in the same spot. Don't do it. That's just like you trying to get across the street to your car. You had to park your car across the street. You can't get to your car standing in the same spot. You gotta move to get there. So in order to get over that situation, you gotta move. You gotta move. Just move and let everything else go on. The only thing that I regret, and I will say this over and over and over, that we cannot communicate on no type of levels. We can't even hold a conversation with each other. Now, 24 years, I know everything about him. He know everything about me. Well, I thought I did. And maybe he thought he knew everything about me. I'm pretty sure he got a book wrote of the reason why he did what he did. But I'll never read it. I'll never read the book. I'll never see the book. Everybody else will see it before I see it, just like they seen the relationship was done before I seen it. But I don't want him to feel like I bash him or talk about him all the time, because I don't. I speak my heart. I speak my mind. I speak the truth. And I just want to help somebody else. I just want y'all to understand. Move. Move. Don't stand in the same spot. Don't let that pain and hurt continuously do you like this. Don't let it. Don't let it. Don't let it. Y'all, I tell y'all every single day around this apartment, this bed he bought, we sleep in together. The living room, the bathrooms, the closet we shared, there's stuff in there that's still his that I have to see. There's pictures. I had pictures all over the house of him. I got one picture of him in this house, and you know what I said? I'm not going to take that picture down, because regardless to what the situation was or what the situation is, that man was in my life for 24 years. That man was my husband, my very first husband. So I don't hate him that much to where I just want to completely get him out of my life. But you go look at his stuff, what they say, I disappeared. I disappeared out of his life. You know what I'm saying? So you can find old, probably accounts that he couldn't get into to erase. But other than that, you go find his new stuff, I'm erased. But you come on over to my pages. He on some of them. Because there is no need for me to erase a person that's been in my life 2 decades and 4 years, who was my husband, my first husband. We shared so much together. So I learned that too. You just cannot just throw everything away because you're mad. But if y'all made it this far, my LJC family, I love y'all. And always remember, I love you, but most and foremost, God love you. Please do not let pain and envy break you. Talk to somebody. Go in the bathroom, go in the closet, talk to God, scream, yell, holler. That's what he wants you to do. He wants you to come to him for all your needs and wants. And if you don't know how to pray, just get in the closet and say, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. That's it. That's all you need to do. It's gonna get better. The pain is going to go away. Will I love that person? I probably will love that person for the rest of my life. But that don't mean that I have to want to be with that person or want that person in my life. That don't mean that. Let that person go. Let that person live their life the way they want to live it. Let that person handle their business the way they want to handle their business. Don't wish no bad on them. Don't always be talking about the grass ain't green. So what? If the grass ain't greener on the other side, so what? Water and nurturing it till it grow. That's all I can tell you. But we got to stop putting prices and tags and quotes and all this other stuff on somebody else. I wish no bad on him. And you don't wish no bad on them. If they hurt you, get their hurt, put it in there, and find a way to lift that up. Throw it like that and keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Got to benefit from yourself. Benefit from yourself. Yes, I'm still a little down right now. I still got some ways to go. But I'm not struggling. I'm not hurting. I'm not crying. Struggling of love. Struggling of pain. Struggling because this. No. My struggle is income. My struggle is trying to move forward to be the best that I can. So, please, please, everybody out there, remember, if don't nobody love you, love yourself. Can't nobody in this world love you more than you love yourself. Can't nobody treat you better than you can treat yourself. You wake up every morning and you could tell yourself, good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, handsome. Just know that that's because that's who you are. But I love y'all and thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, all my LJC family, be blessed. Peace.